Hello, everybody, and I'm very, very happy to be back with you for the very first day of the Infinite Creativity Masterclass 2022. Can't wait to get going, and I'm looking like this today. Hello, folks. So, yeah, as I said, can't wait to get going. I'm really excited about this. I'm even bringing this is a secret. I'm even bringing my creative project to this as well, that I'm hoping to get done in the next 9 weeks. So this is the first training. It's a very relaxed one. I'm basically going to tell you how everything works. And if you're watching live, feel free to ask me some questions. That's fine. And if you're watching, not dead, but if you're watching afterwards on the replay, ask me questions as well in the chat, and I will reply to them in the chat. I'm going to try and make it reasonably quick. So I'm going to go straight in to the slideshow that I have for you and tell you about the program, and certainly can answer questions afterwards. So hello, you can say hello in the chat. I don't know if I will see the comments as I'm doing the slideshow. We'll see. So this is an information session, getting you into the mood for some amazing creativity in the next 9 weeks. Are you ready for this? I'm not one of those, people who says, give me a yeah in the chat. I'm not that sort of person, but you can say hello and say how you're feeling about what you're planning on creating. In fact, one of the things you should be doing now is getting into our dedicated Facebook group and saying hello, who you are, and giving us an idea of what your creative project is. So please do that today after this training, and if you haven't done it already. So I'm going to go straight into the training. Now I can do it. I've realized I have some more options. I can do it like this. I can do it like that, where I'm still on the screen, or I can do it like that. So I'm not quite sure which one to go for. I'm going to keep myself on the screen, and if I get in the way of anything important, I'll disappear. But this is full screen now, so I'm quite excited about that. Right, so let's see. This is what the first page of every training looks like, and it gives you the information you need. You know you're in the right place. I'm just going to get rid of a little, got a little brand thing there I don't think I need. Get rid of that. Empowered by infinite creativity. We know that, don't we? I've got a comment as well. I'm going to show that. Hey, Sabtini here. Not sure whether StreamYard will be showing my name, although I gave them permission. Okay, well, it isn't, but thanks for watching. And Teeny gave me a hint in one of her wonderful emails, so I'm going to try and tell you guys how much time you will need in the week. If I remember, and if I don't, Teeny, try and tell me. So you can see on this page, you've got the name of the module. There are 5 modules, and then in each week, in each module, there is either 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. And then in each week, there's either day 1, day 2, or day 3. So you should know roughly where you are in the modules. Well, exactly, actually. Right, let me go onto the slideshow and get going on this. So the Masterclass program, week by week, this is what you've let yourself in for. If you did it last year, fantastic. It's going to be even better this year. I promise you that. And this is what it looks like. You can have a copy of this, so you don't need to make notes or anything. But as you can see, it's structured in 5 modules. The first module is the first week is the introductory module. The last module, number 5, is the consolidation module. And the 3 in the middle are the core of the program. So module 1 is discover the joy of creativity. We really get in the mood and understand the program. Week 1 is about just getting settled in. There's, take it easy. If there's things you don't understand on the website, you can't work out where to go, this is the week to get all of that sorted out. You also get clear on your project. This is the week to do that. As I said before in the promo stuff, this isn't a place to come when you have no idea what you want to do. This is a place to come when you have an idea of what you want to do. It can be vague, it can be very clear, but you need to have that idea. In the first week, we hone it and we make sure that you know exactly what you want to do and what you need to do each week over the 9 weeks to finish your project by the end of the 9 weeks. Module 5 is like consolidation, pulling things together and showing off your finished work. The 3 in the middle are the real program, as it were. And you can look at module 2, which is 2 weeks, as it's not elementary level at all, because it's not like that. Each subject has its own value, but you can look at it as the getting going module, the tackling the middle bit, the guts of it in module 3, and then actually the advanced stuff, some really advanced stuff in module 4. So you could say elementary, intermediate, and advanced, although it's not exactly like that. Okay, so you've got planning time and habits is week 2. Motivating the masses, about motivation, is week 3. Getting ideas and starting is week 4. Module 3 is like a mini course in its own right, in fact. Getting ideas and starting. The next week, staying keen and persevering. And the final week of week 3, of module 3, pushing through and finishing. That is like a masterclass in getting a project done from beginning to end in its own right. Then we get into more sophisticated stuff. In module 4, Awaken Your Sleeping Genius, accessing the ideas factory, opening the floodgates to those amazing ideas. And as I said, the last module is pulling it all together. All right, let's move on. Again, if you have any questions at any time, either you're watching live or in the replay, type them in and I will do my best to answer them. So week 1 training objective, understand how the masterclass works. Find your purpose and meaning. Yeah, that's all. Just find your purpose and meaning. Maybe not necessarily in life, but relating to the project. Why are you doing this thing? What do you want to get out of it? It's pretty cool if you think about that. And declare your mission for this masterclass. You declare what you want to do. You get it out in the open, say what you're here for, say what you're going to do, and we support you all the way. Day 1 training objective, understand how the masterclass works and find your way around. Good luck. So that's hopefully what you will have by the end of this. You'll understand how this thing works. Congratulations, you're an action taker. I'm really big on action. There's a time for meditating, a time for chilling out and reflecting. But if that's all you do, not much is going to happen. So action is the key word here. And you are an action taker because you are here and you're watching this. I want to surround myself with like-minded people. And those are people who take action enthusiastically, with passion. They support the people around them. They're not worried if it doesn't work out exactly as they expected, because that's part of the game and they know that and they welcome it. So you're an action taker. Action leads to reaction. And it's usually good, and it's always interesting. No action leads to, well, that's the end of the slide, actually, because there's nothing to say. No action leads to not a lot. So that's where I'm coming from. You can't fail this masterclass. You cannot fail. It's not possible, because I've got rid of the concept of failure from my vocabulary, and I do the same with my students. It's not a good way to look at things. You can only take part fully, or do something else, or do nothing. Those are sort of three options, which are pretty obvious. You're here to take part fully. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. If you decide to do something else or do nothing, well, you haven't failed, but you've decided not to take part. And that's absolutely not the point. The point here is to take part fully. This program is the antidote to those more nebulous, woolly creativity programs where you explore your creativity, but you don't necessarily get a project done. They're wonderful. You can really do some amazing stuff and have some great insights. But I wanted a program as well as those, or instead of, depending on how you see things, which gives you tons of ideas on creativity and productivity, but where you get the thing finished. You finish with something you're proud of. So that's what this is. It's an action program. So that's why you're here, and I hope that sounds good to you, and I will support you all the way. So my famous definition of success is this. Some of you might know this if you've been with me before. If you're pleased with it or learned something from it, you succeeded. If you did anything, you succeeded. If you tried, you succeeded. And if you stirred emotions, yours or someone else's, you succeeded. If you did nothing, Not so much. I'm not saying you failed because we don't use the F word on this course, but if you did nothing, well, nothing happened. That's okay if that's your aim, but is that your aim? Just a question. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You are the world's leading authority on what? On being you. I'm going to bring myself back so that all my amazing sort of hand gestures and things can be seen. No one else comes near you. No one has a clue what it's like to be you. No one can do you as well as you. And by the way, you're not really much good at being anyone else. So what's the point? Be yourself fully. No one can touch you. I go off on random thought streams, and then I remember that I've got a slide to follow. But anyway, no one can tell you that what you're doing isn't absolutely perfect for you. It makes so much sense, but sometimes it's good to hear it. When it comes to creativity, that's all that matters. Turn your investment into gold. Now, this may or may not apply to you, but just go with me here and you'll see where you fit in. Oh, hang on. Hi, Sab. It's Alison here, but I forgot StreamYard. Okay. Hi, Alison. Nice to have you here. Can't wait to, you're such an inspiration to me and the others. You come with full honesty, you open up and you do what's necessary. You did the creativity class last year, then you did the photography class, and now you're doing the creativity class again, and I'm really excited to have you here. So turn your investment into gold. So some of you invested the maximum, some of you invested the minimum, and that doesn't interest me. And I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. This program is for us to create amazing stuff the best we can. To be honest, yeah, I'm hoping that I'll, earn a living from this one day. I don't right now, and I really don't mind. This isn't about money. This is about passion and getting creative stuff out there. And those of you that know me will know that's true. I have little interest in money, actually. It's probably maybe not a good thing to say, but that's the last of my focus. It's about the creative process. That's what excites me. Creating stuff that has never existed before, getting it out there, sharing it with people. That's almost all that interests me. I realize I'm getting more and more, I hope I'm not getting, completely crazy, but I'm getting more and more focused all the time. This is all I want to do, is spend 50% of my time creating stuff and sharing it, and that having the result it has, and 50% of my time getting other people to do that as well. That's all that I want to do. And so here I am. I'm doing it again. I'll be doing it again next year. I invest myself in this program as though you had all paid the maximum. So I ask you, respect me, respect your masterclass mates and yourselves by also treating this program as though you had paid the maximum. There's no point being here if you're not going to do that, honestly. To be honest, offering this program for very little or even nothing in some cases, it's not necessarily a good thing, because it's the risk is it's not motivating. So this is a risk I've taken sometimes when I offer it for a lower price. Although I like to talk about investment. It's actually dangerous because it doesn't motivate you if you haven't got any skin in the game, as they say. So, but I don't mind what you've paid. But I ask you, take this on as though you had a lot of skin in the game, because otherwise it's a shame and it's not fair to everybody. So, and it's for me as well. I am going for this 100%, and irrelevant of what people have invested. Later on, we've got plenty of time for that. My main objective this masterclass is to make it the best one I've ever done. So you've got a website, and I'll show you that in a second. And this is where you see what your next training is. You've got the action steps. You can click off your points. Now, make sure you do that, and you can see where you are in the program. You've got the links to the Facebook group for each assignment. You've got the video there. Been having a couple of problems with YouTube embedding videos, by the way. I have to tell you that. If we're still having problems, I'll just put a link in the action point. There'll be a link direct to the video. So sorry about that. It's a YouTube problem, general YouTube problem. That's where you watch the videos, you find your assignments, and you win experience points. There are Creative Breakthrough Challenge warm-up bonus thingies. In the group for everybody, not our private group, there are various things. I mean, this just in the last little while, I did a 5-day challenge. I did another 3-day in a row challenge. And I recently did 3 promo videos for this, where I give you 9 creativity keys. So there's so much stuff already there which can inspire you. I recommend you do a couple of those. Watch the 9 creativity keys video. Do 3 in a row. 3 days creating in a row in one of my Facebook groups. I've got one for any sort of creativity. I've got one for photography. I've got one for writing. Choose one of those groups, which I'm going to get really lively in the next little while. Contribute 3 days in a row. It'll really get you in the mood. So there's the challenge you can do. It's optional, but recommended. But right now I'm focusing on diving into the masterclass. Okay. Threads are in the Facebook group. There's now a section at the top. There will be, I think there's a guide section. You can go in and find the threads, or maybe I'll put them in the featured section, which is new for Facebook. We'll see. So your Facebook group is for posting assignments. Now, this is the assignments that go with each training. There's 3 trainings a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they will be coming out, because they're pre-recorded now, they'll be coming out, I think, about reasonably early in the morning for Europeans. So something like 7 o'clock in the morning for Europeans, which is, well, in the middle of the night for Americans. Maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm not sure. But wherever you are in the world, except for maybe Australians and New Zealanders, I'm sorry, it will be pretty early in the morning. There's an assignment for each training video. I want you to do it. I want you to do them all. And there's a thread which is linked to on the Masterclass website. There's a thread, you click on it, you go directly to the Facebook thread where you post your assignment. They're fun assignments, they're normally pretty easy, and they move you along in the process. Sometimes they directly relate to your Masterclass assignment, Masterclass mission, so your project for the 9 weeks, sometimes not. But they will all help you to master this creative process and productive process, which you can carry with you for the rest of your life if you want. Celebrate victories publicly. Something I'm really strong on is making the creative love go round. In the photography group, it's make the photographic love go around. And in the writing group, it's make the writing love go round. In other words, every time you post something of yours, post something about somebody else's. Leave a comment on their efforts, because it goes around. People will do that with you as well. And it is so nice to get comments when you've put something out there. Please don't let people post things that they've worked hard on that are important to them, and don't let them have no return. So make a comment or 2 each time you post something of yours. Ask any questions you like at any time. I'll put a thread specifically for asking questions and getting support. Encourage your mission mates. Comment on their stuff. Say you think it's great. No, just say you think it's great. That's all. It doesn't cost anything. Your profile and exhibition gallery. You will have your own page, and I want you to either post something each week to me, send it to me. I think that's how I'm going to do it this time. Every time you've completed your weekly mini goal, because you will set mini goals. Each time you complete that by Sunday evening, normally, I want you to send me something symbolic or real, which symbolizes your finishing that week's step. It could just be a photograph. If it's the real thing, like you're writing a book, for example, you're not going to post me the whole book or the whole chapter, but you might write a snippet, like a paragraph or a quote from your book, as a symbol that you have done this week's work. If you're doing a visual project, obviously a photograph is great. If you're doing something which is different, I mean, if you're doing music, you could post a bit of your music. If you're not doing something that is easy to represent in a photograph, well, post a photograph of something representing your creative process, you in the process of doing your thing, and that'll be great. It's very, very motivating. And this page can be something you're proud of. The others can look at it and see how you're doing. Also on the page, your special private page, I'd like you to give me a nice photograph and a quote saying what creativity is for you, or something like that. I'm gonna check that, and I'm gonna tell you the exact formula. And I'd like you to get that done this week, because I was, taking weeks and weeks to get people's stuff in. This week, I would like the photograph of you for your profile page and the quote from you. I'm not interested in other people's quotes. A quote from you on what you think creativity is about. And if you think creativity is about life, then give me a deep and profound quote. That's fine. That's fine by me. I'm not here to tell you what creativity is for you. So I need some photographs. What else? Texts. Yeah, this is what it could be as a weekly record of your challenges. Okay, fun place to share your moments with us. Any photographs you like, could be you having fun. Submit these by midnight your time each Sunday. I'm getting a bit tighter as these masterclasses go on over the years. Been doing them for a couple of years now, and I'm refining my process as you'll be refining yours. So I'm going to be a little bit stricter this time and really look for you to get those things in by Sunday midnight your time. Your submission to me signifies that you've reached that week's milestone, and we can all celebrate. Remember, we're doing it together, so we're a team. Individual success is great, but even better is collective success. So you'll be in pods. So you'll be with 2 or 3 other students, and the objective of those is to support yourself outside of the weekly Zoom calls, outside of the Facebook structure. Get together once a week and support each other. And look at it this way. The success of your pod each week is that all of you have got your submission in by Sunday midnight your time, all of you. So if someone is lacking behind, or, of course, life happens, but, in the normal circumstances, the idea of the pod is for you to all support each other. All boats rise on the same tide. So a pod's objective should be for all of you to get your weekly assignments in as defined by you. I mean, your weekly goals as defined by you by the Sunday. So pods and pod pals. I hope I haven't got an old slide from last time here, which shouldn't be there. Your pods and podcasts meet once a week. Individual support and advice. Accountability partners. Sharing challenges and victories more personally. Weekly Zoom calls. Normally Saturdays. We'll try and work out a time zone that suits everyone. Could be tricky. I think we do have three major time zones. So we'll see how it goes. They will be recorded and will be available pretty much immediately afterwards. And live attendance is highly recommended. It's easy to fall off bandwagons, fall off to give up, basically. That's what happens on most programs. And I'm determined to make these masterclasses ones that you don't fall off. I'm trying harder each time to do that. And sometimes I don't succeed. But my aim is to, with ups and downs, to be moving in the direction of getting more and more people to complete it. Turning up live each week for a really fun, relaxed discussion of how things are going and sharing of successes. And also, if you're having difficulties, sharing that. Some of the best times to show up is when you feel that you're getting behind, or you're feeling despondent or lost. This is the best time to show up, because you can't fail. You can't fail. This is a valuable resource. We'll pull you back up, or we'll commiserate with you. If something isn't going according to plan, and we'll work a way around that. I don't know if you saw my 9 creativity keys series that I did. If you look in the creative Infinite Creativity Now open group, I did 3 of them in 2 days. They're all the same, except my blah blah on each of them is a bit different. I offer 9+1 creativity keys. They're high level, and I found something to say about each of them. And one of them was love problems. Love problems. because problems are not really problems unless you call them problems. They're actually ways of growing. So you've got a challenge, a hurdle. Well, the hurdle is there, therefore you have to find a way around it. And in doing that, you grow. So any creative problem you have, any organizational problem, any motivational, emotional, well, we're not counselors, but anything to do with your program that is giving you difficulties, this is kind of good because you're going to have to grow to get past it. And once you've grown, you'll never go back to where you were before. So as I say, especially if you're behind schedule, get on that live call. Whatever you do, make it happen. If you can't, of course, nothing's going to happen, but I'm encouraging you to do that. There may be 1 or 2 times when it has to be on a different time slot, or we might even change time slots occasionally if there's one person that really can't make it. But let's try and have it more or less at the same time each week. I've got a couple of commitments on. I've got an exhibition thing on a Saturday, I think, at some point. I'm not sure. We'll see. Weekly check-in, individual coaching. So we can do individual coaching. One person has got a specific issue or challenge. We can spend a few minutes specifically on that, listening to what's going on. Everybody gives their points of view, asks questions. Questions are often more powerful than just giving, solutions which won't work for the person. Normally, the person themselves has the solution within them, or at least the thing that they would be ready to do. Often other people's advice is nice, but it ain't right for the person. So we can do a real coaching session on anything that comes up. And that's pretty good because everyone learns. When somebody is being coached and looking into why things aren't working, how they could work better, everybody gets insights from that for themselves. And as it says, it's a nice warm atmosphere and virtual group hug. So your masterclass documents, various documents will be coming your way, possibly. The program week by week, you saw it at the beginning. Your mission statement will be something that you have to commit to. It's an exciting thing. It's a good thing to have this mission statement. Your weekly milestone log sheet. So this is something I'm not sure about this. What do you think? I would love to. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't want anybody to be shamed and blamed if they're getting behind, but that's not the atmosphere we have. But, that's always a danger. But maybe it would be nice to have something where we can see where everyone is, because we're on the same team. It's like a team against another team, except that we're all on one team. You guys and I are all on one team, and the opposition is the idea of not getting it done. So we're fighting against not finishing on time, not getting it done. I'll repeat, if you don't finish in the 9 weeks, that's fine. I'll still work with you to finish. But the objective is to finish in 9 weeks. We'll have a look at where we are at the beginning of the masterclass, after the first 3 sessions in the break week 1, after the second set of 3 sessions, 3 weeks in break week 2, and then at the end to see how far we've come. This is a little thing that I like to do. I've got lots of little things that I like to do. Oh, someone is saying, so motivated. I'm so motivated after this. Thanks, Sab. I will need to watch the rest later on. Okay. Hi, Teeny 2. Hi, Teeny 2. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if that's Teeny saying that or not. I'm really excited that you're motivated. I'm motivated that you're motivated. So this is, it's not going to last much longer, by the way, just a few minutes. So I've got lots of these funny little things that I do. One of them is this. I've come to see life and fun and creativity as being pretty much the same thing. It's just me. And hey, Alison. Oh, hi, Teeny. Hi, Alison. People are saying hello to each other. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's for each of us to develop a philosophy of life. And that's, if you want to, some people don't, and there's no right or wrong on this planet as far as I'm concerned about your view on life. It's up to you. Whatever's right for you is right for you. We might not necessarily like other people's points of view, but that's our problem. For me, I found this thing that pleases me. and that is that these are almost synonyms: life, fun, and creativity. I want them to be more or less the same thing. So you might want to find something similar. What's your way of looking at life? What's your philosophy? You don't have to share it, but these things, these sort of milestones that we come to throughout our lives, these can help us to solidify where we are, what our outlook on life is. And over the years, I've found that I'm getting quite a few of these. And each time I get a new one, I feel that I get a deeper sense of where I am, what I want to be doing with my life, where I'm going. And that turning into a concrete, a rock solid purpose and meaning in life really helps me focus and make sure that what I'm doing is in line with that. And I've had times where I've been, a bit lost, not really having much idea. And I'm not saying that the things that I've found were out there waiting for me to find them. There could have been others. I was talking to someone today, and I was reminded that when I first came to France, my objective, 28 years ago, my objective was to spend the winters as a ski bum and the summers as a beach bum. That was my objective in life at that point in time. For some reason, it didn't work out. Even though I'd done a 6-month water sports instructor program, windsurfing, sailing, canoeing, I was set to go to be that beach bum guy. I did it for a tiny bit of time until I dislocated my shoulder for the 5th time. Anyway, stories. And the ski thing, well, anyway, that's another story. But times, ways of looking at life shift. But I like to have these things. So what's yours? You got one of these? Would you equate life with something else? Whatever it is, could be fun. I've got a thing I call the creativity cycle, and I'm sticking with this. It's not changing because if I show you this, this is recent. I just did this the other day. Seb's creativity cycle: create, share, learn. So this is an idea that's stuck. And here's another example of it. The creativity cycle: create, share, learn. Boost your luck factor, LUC, is love plus unity through creating. I love inventing these things, and they give me a grounding. Have you got one? What are your 3 most significant words for you at the moment in your life? It could be really fun to share that. I'm not saying this is a deep and meaningful philosophical, necessarily philosophical course or anything, but I don't separate creativity, life, philosophy, ways of looking at things. I don't separate them. This is just another thing I do, but it's linked to all the other things. So one minute we might be talking about complete nonsense. Another, we might be talking about the most profound things possible. And it's all good. It's all good. So remember why you joined this masterclass. Why did you join? Well, I hope that at least one of those reasons is this: for fun. I want you to have fun. I want to be having fun with what I'm doing. So let's have that as one of our keywords for the next 9 months. Keep smiling. So now let's get creative. And I really can't wait to hear what you guys have got in mind for the next 9 weeks. And I'm going to share mine as well. I'm going to be a bit selfish this time. I've got an idea, and I'm pretty excited about it. And it came to me about 2 days ago. How about that? The only way to fail, this is a reminder, is to not take part. And it's fail in inverted commas because it's not really. Because I don't believe in the F word. It's gone. But some people like that word. So that's what I'm saying to you. That's the only way you can possibly not get the value from this, is to not take part. So please take part. We'll all be happy you did. I think somewhere I repeat this in every single training. There's something I repeat in every single training. It might be that. So my invitation to you is introduce yourself to the group in the special thread. There's a thread for it in our private group. Share your project ideas. Offer yourself a creative muse. That would be fun. What about that? Give yourself a muse. And I mentioned that in my 9 creativity keys video. So I think you should watch that. And share it in today's discussion thread for us all to enjoy. So there is a discussion thread for each day, which will be popping up. You will also, in the Masterclass website, you will see that the lessons pop up at a specific time. Normally it'll be on Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, sorry, for European people. And there's a new thing which I'm doing now, and that is you get an email. You get an email to tell you when the new lessons are up. And that's new. That's a new thing. Makes you feel more connected, reminds you you've got direct links to the lessons. So that's pretty cool. And you might also find quite a few surprises and motivational things coming. Every time you finish something, you might get a little reward, like a little celebration. There might be some things you're not expecting when you get to a certain number of points. Who knows? That's part of the surprise. So takeaway time. I want you to have a takeaway from every single training session, and this is not an exception. What is your takeaway in relation to you, your creativity, and your creativity project, and the next 9 weeks that you will remember? And I want to see some of them. Okay, I'm not saying, I don't want these to be too personal, so I think you should share them. I think you should share your takeaways, because we can all benefit from them. Can you imagine if after this program we have 27 training sessions and you've got 27 key takeaways from all of the trainings? That's actually gold dust on one sheet of A4 paper. So I'm looking for your takeaways from this session starting now. What are your takeaways? How do you feel about this? Are you excited? Are you raring to go? You're a bit nervous maybe? I want to know what they are. One takeaway, it's one line, one sentence. After you've done all the other activities, note down the thing you're going to take away with you. And I recommend something like a little card, like an old business card that you don't use anymore. You've got loads of business cards. Put something, use one of those and have a little file. Okay, that is almost it. So these are valuable. Do these takeaways. I might be asking to see them. And that's the end. Well done. You've completed the first day's training, but you haven't completed all the exercises yet. Introduction and orientation, the end. So now I'm going to share something else. Let me get rid of that. I'm going to share this is our Masterclass private group. So you should be a member of this. I think everybody is now. If you have friends you want to invite, please go for it. I'll be quite... Sorry. Oh my God. It's Teeny says, I'm flooding the comments section with blue hearts, so you know it's Teeny. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. The only way to fail is to not take action. Yeah, and there is the proviso that I don't like the word fail. But you put it in the words that are right for you. And a lot of people, fail is a really important word. So whatever is right for you. Anybody else got a takeaway on this? If you're watching the replay or you're watching now, what will your takeaway be if you have it already? So thanks, Teeny. That's so nice of you. I'm really excited to have your energy in this. By the way, Teeny said in an email, really good email that she sends out, she had a hint, and that is to give people an idea of how much time they should put aside for this. And let me try and not forget that as I show you the following two windows. The first one is the class, the private Facebook group, and Facebook changed things from now and then. I'm probably going to have... They had something called guides last time, and it organized everything nicely. So if they've got that, I'll probably do that. Otherwise, I might just put them in the featured section, and you just have to scroll through to get to the assignment thread for each day. We'll see. You know, it's a kind of work in progress. We've got a thread right here called Welcome Creator. Say hello, tell us where you're from and what you love creating. We can't wait to read you. We've got 2 comments there. I think people have commented elsewhere without realizing that there was this. So that's where you should do that. And it's here, you see. So it's right here. You can click on this and you go directly to that. So I will probably put the latest threads in that section at the top. If you have already commented, please just copy your comment and put it in this so that they're all together. Not going to spend much time on that. The last thing I'm going to show you is the website itself. So this It says your Infinite Creativity Now Masterclass starts in 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. It started. So you've got some stuff to do here. Check off your goals. I'm not sure. I think I talk about this somewhere else, but the point of the goals is give yourself the middle goal is the one that you'd really like to achieve. That's why you're here, is to achieve. I call it crafty creativity. That's the one you want to achieve in the 9 weeks. So say, for example, you're doing a photo project. The one in the middle, I'm calling it ambitious hiker at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm going to change these this time to be creative, but it's ambitious hiker at the moment. And say, for example, you're doing a photo project. The ambitious hiker might be 4 photos a week. If you have difficulty doing that, it's a bit harder than you thought, or life happens to you, or you have to take a break, well, have a steady rambler goal. This is a much easier one. This could be 1 photo a week, and you'll probably almost certainly meet that one. If things are going amazingly, or you're an overachiever, or you just want to go for it like crazy, choose. Remember, you choose. I don't impose this on you because I don't know what your project is. You choose your crazy creativity goal. This is the ridiculous one. It would be amazing if you did this, but it's there. That can push you if you want to go for that. So choose which one in your mind, okay? And as you go through the training, you might reach, if you're doing really well and you're going for crazy creativity, you will actually at some point reach cruising creativity. You'll reach that and you can tick it off, but you can't tick it off until you've done it, okay? Don't click to choose it. No, you click when you've done it, when you've got to your goal. And you decide what it is. I've got a feeling I might have to change those because I think I'm not sure actually. No, I think I can't give you specific things because I don't know what your thing is. So you have to decide on what is right for your project, for the cruising goal, the crafty goal, and the crazy goal. And you can tell us that. You can tell us in the Zoom call what they are and commit to that. All right, we've got Thomas who's just come along because he was working. I think it's Thomas. Finally got in. Hi, good to have you here, Thomas. And someone is saying, I think it's Teeny saying, hey, Thomas, we're all old friends here. You can see how amazing my marketing is. I've only got people who have done it before. So my marketing is something I really, really, really need to get going because I should have 100 people on this, but I have the same old friends. So, there you go. I think this might be Thomas. I'm not sure, or maybe Teeny. I was not sure about the idea for my project, but I think I have it now. Maybe that's Alison. Curious to see how it will all unfold. Yes, absolutely. This week is the week we get things solid, okay? By the end of this week, decide on something. Because, I think Anna was talking to me about analysis paralysis. That's not what we want. So you have to commit to something by the end of this week. I'm sorry, but you do. Because this isn't analysis paralysis land. This is deciding, moving forward, and seeing what happens land. It's not La La Land. All right. As you can see here, you currently have access to 3 trainings, 3 tasks. These are the warm-up ones because I have not yet released today's. Why? Because in today's, I need to put this video. So these are 3 things you can do. You can click them and you can get your points. So watch the introductory video, which I think is above. So I think there's a video there, I hope, and you should have watched it. And if you do, you click here and you get a point. Join the Facebook group. You can all click this because you're all in. And look, there's a link. It goes directly to the Facebook group. Isn't that cool? I shouldn't be getting excited about a link. That's not the most, the newest thing on the internet, but little things, last year it was the actual HTTPS/ blah, blah, blah. Now it's actually a clickable link that doesn't look like a web address. And look, there's another link, introduction thread. Introduce yourself. Go to this direct thread. I mean, I'm going to click it and see what happens. Crossing my fingers. You see, there it is. It goes directly to the thread where you can introduce yourself. Dorothy has, Thomas has, we need the others to do it or to transfer what you said into this group, please do that. And that's basically it. When there's a new training available, it'll pop up here. You'll get an email. This is new. I'm going to hassle you. I'm going to be a bit tougher on you this time, but hopefully I'm going to be more motivating as well. And that's it. Can't wait. Can't wait to get going on this. To be honest, can't wait to share my... Oh, I didn't realize this was this beautiful thing here was... don't normally have that. Okay. Can't wait to get going. Can't wait to share my stuff with you as well. This is my baby. This is my life. This is what I do. I spend half my time creating and half my time getting you guys to create. I'm doing it selfishly because I want to see what you create and get inspired by it. Need I say more? I think you know me by now. Let's do this thing. You will have questions. Post them in the Facebook group and in the relevant thread, and I'll answer them. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a separate questions thread because nobody really posted in it, and we've got the Zoom calls for that. I will tell you who is in your pods. There'll be a couple of pods because there's about 7 of us, so there'll be a couple of pods, and you need to have a pod meeting to get your act together, to share your projects, and to as they stand at the moment, to discuss them. You know, it's really nice to discuss things without me around sometimes. So I wish I could do that sometimes, but I can't. So use those pods. It's up to you. You know, you're creators, you innovate, you take action, you're proactive. So you get your pods together by the end of Sunday. You need to have met. And I need to get those pods out to you very, very shortly. Probably tomorrow. Okay, that's it, everyone. Thank you. Does anyone have any last minute questions that they want answering, or do you want to share your enthusiasm? We have a time lag of 10 or 20 seconds. So just type in how you're feeling about this. And also, if you have a question, put that in as well. Otherwise, I'm going to go away from here and do something else, probably linked to this, maybe. So, yeah, that's it. I'll get the day one assignment up so you can tick off the fact that you've watched this video. You can do the assignment because there is an assignment for day one. Thank you, Sab. Thank you for being Teeny, for being live here. I'm not sure who that is. It could be someone thanking me and Teeny. I'm not sure. Okay, guys, that's it. And I'll talk to you again very soon. Let's do this thing.